Hi there, welcome to SMM 202, Lesson 1.2, where we discuss Pinterest for brands and social sharing. This lesson begins at slide 10 of your Prezi. So, how do you get started on Pinterest? Here's the fun fact. When Pinterest first launched, it was invite only. So you actually had to request an invite in order to get in to the network. And what that did was that it made the overall brand go viral very quickly, because what you had to do is that you had to apply for an invite, and over time you were selected for the invite and then you were able to join. Now Pinterest is available and open to all. So let's go into Pinterest.com so I can show you around the dashboard. So here we are on Pinterest.com on the dashboard, and as you can see, it's very visual. This is my home feed, and I'm not following a lot of pinners on Pinterest. However, you can see that there are several pins that might be of interest to me. So what they do is that depending upon the different pins that you've been posting on Pinterest and the boards that you have, Pinterest starts to recommend pins to you on your homepage. So, for example, I might be interested in this nail polish. And as soon as I click on the board itself, or the pin, in fact, this is the actual pin and this is the full board. So what's interesting is that if I click on this pin, I'll be led directly to the website. So this is very different from Facebook, because on Facebook, an image will not lead you to a link. It's usually you have to place a link separately below the image as a comment. So here, if I click on the image, I'll be led directly to the link. And what's great is that once I click on it, then I can perhaps even purchase this nail polish. So you can see how Pinterest can really become the future of e-commerce. And I can like this pin. I can pin it to my own board. I can share it via Twitter, Facebook, or even embed it. So if you embed this pin onto your blog or on WordPress, people will be able to see this pin onto your blog post. I can also send it. And if I click on the website, I'll be led to the same site where the image itself is linked to. And then I can just scroll down, look through the full image, and also see some other people that might have pinned it, repinned it, and just shared it on their own boards as well. So there we have it. This is the home feed. And let's say that I have decided to pin one of these images. All I need to do is click on pin it. And then when you repin a pin, you can repin it within a board. So these are basically just some generic default boards that Pinterest creates for you. I've created these two boards, SMM 202, Lesson 1, the fruit bowl as well. And what you can do is you can either create a new board, and when you do create a new board, you can make it public or private. So let's say that we decide to create a new board. And I click on create. So there we have it. The board has been created. And then you can go into settings and change the board to private. And then here you can also add a description and then click on pin it. And then that's it. It'll be pinned to your board for lesson 2, and it'll also show where else it's been pinned. Now let's talk about 3 brands and 3 distinct Pinterest personalities. So here we can see Mashable, which is the largest independent website dedicated to news for the connected generation. So it's a very popular tech blog. And we can see that they have amassed over 1.5 million followers on Pinterest, and they have 37 boards with over 3,000 pins. So if we go into the board for Mashable on Pinterest, we'll see that a lot of the boards that they have are for social media. They're infographics, tech and gadgets, tips and tricks in social media, web humor, which is basically the same content that they really talk about on their blog as well. But it's interesting to see how a tech blog handles its Pinterest presence. Again, they're focusing on some of the elements that they already talk about in their blog. And if we move on and look at another brand, Drake University. So it's a private university in Iowa, and this is also interesting because it's very different from Mashable. It's an educational institution, and how they've handled their Pinterest pin boards is that they talk more about Iowa itself. So just tourism images from the city of Des Moines, and then you've got some of the merchandise that's available at Drake University being worn by their alumni and their students. Just the campus beauty, how some of the students are studying abroad, and what it does is that it allows prospective students to see what kind of culture they can expect at the university by looking at images of students, of graduates. And then what's also great is that they have a section called Backpacks to Briefcases, which is for their alumni that are now going from college to career, basically. And they have advice on how you can look for a job, look for a career. So again, this is a very different Pinterest personality in comparison to Mashable, which is more focused on entertainment. Moving on, this is Etsy. So Etsy, they have over 270,000 followers on their Pinterest pin board. And Etsy is basically a marketplace where sellers create very distinct products. They might be jewelry, they might be knickknacks that you can find at home. And then buyers that are interested in purchasing these products, they purchase them online. So e-commerce. What's really interesting is that when you go into any of their pin boards, each of the images is linked directly to the product that can be purchased on Etsy itself. So what's great about that is that as soon as you see an image or product that you like on a pin board, you're able to purchase it directly from Etsy because it's linked to the seller who's selling that specific product. So again, we're really seeing the future of e-commerce on Pinterest. And what we might see in the future is that Pinterest will probably start charging a few cents off the dollar for each product that is purchased through Pinterest. So think of it as the next generation of affiliate marketing. And what is affiliate marketing? I'd actually like to take you into Wikipedia so we can properly define the term. So affiliate marketing is a type of performance-based marketing in which a business rewards one or more affiliates for each visitor or customer brought by the affiliate's own marketing efforts. So think of it this way. Amazon, as you know, large e-commerce brand, they have several products for sale. They have certain affiliates as well. And what these affiliates do is that they continuously keep linking to Amazon's products in their blog posts, in their tweets, in their Facebook posts. And each time someone clicks on that link and purchases a product, the affiliate gets a percentage commission. So the publisher is the affiliate and the merchant, for example, Amazon, which is the retailer or the brand that is trying to market their products. So what we're going to see on Pinterest is that Pinterest is going to become an affiliate, a publisher. And for example, if I decide to have an e-commerce space and I want to sell my products, I can host them on Pinterest. And every time someone clicks on the links that are provided by Pinterest on an image, Pinterest gains a commission share of that purchase that happened. And obviously they're going to be able to track that because they have to track how many people clicked on the link and then how many people actually purchased after they clicked on the link. So just to give you an example, let's go back into Pinterest. So we're seeing that there's a blue umbrella here. I decide I want to buy that blue umbrella. If I click on this link, I'll be led to the site that is selling that specific umbrella. So if I decide to purchase it, what happens is that the person that obviously is selling the umbrellas will make, let's say, 90%, and then 10% commission will be taken by Pinterest. I mean, 10% is just a wild guess, but it might be between 1 and 10% as to what we can expect Pinterest to charge. And again, this is what we expect to happen in the future, and this is probably how Pinterest will make some good revenue in comparison with other social media networks. So if we look at Facebook and Twitter, how they're making their revenues through advertising, but we'll probably see that Pinterest will make its revenue through affiliate links. All right, so that was a bit of info on where we can see Pinterest going in the future and how e-commerce comes into play. Also, we looked at just 3 very distinct Pinterest personalities. Now let's talk more about why Pinterest matters. So one of the first reasons it matters is really due to traffic. So any business that relies on driving a high volume of traffic to increase sales, website traffic, should consider joining Pinterest. In fact, early research indicates that Pinterest is more effective at driving traffic in comparison to other social media sites and even Facebook. Here's some interesting facts. In October, the website of Time Inc.'s Real Simple magazine got more traffic from Pinterest than Facebook. Eyeglass retailer Warby Parker reports that 11% of their social traffic is coming from Pinterest, compared to 18% from Twitter. So from Twitter it is higher, but 11% is still quite a significant number. And after blogger Kate Bryan started pinning her work, she has had more than 10 million page views on her website and has attracted 16,000 blog subscribers. My top 10 traffic referring URLs are all Pinterest. So that's why Pinterest matters. Number one, traffic. If you're looking at having a high volume of traffic to your website, Pinterest is where you should be posting your content. Moving on. Number two, links. So if you're using the pin it button on your pages, every single one of your pins will include a link back to the source. And that is why HubSpot's blog has accumulated more than 640 links from Pinterest in just 2 weeks. So HubSpot is a social media software firm. What they've mentioned in one of their ebooks is the fact that Pinterest is really helping them with their marketing strategy. Just remember one thing, these links that you're posting on Pinterest, they are no follow links and they cannot be used directly to impact your SEO strategy. So do remember this. Usually when we post links on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, any social media networks, they don't directly impact your SEO strategy in terms of backlinks. You'll learn more about backlinks and no-follow links in the digital marketing course. Even though these links are no-follow links and they don't impact your SEO strategy, they still provide marketing value. Why is that? Because they allow pinners to encounter your content and visit your pages in just one click. Remember, links mean leads. So you click on the image, you're directly led to the retailer that is selling those shoes, and you're able to purchase that specific pair of shoes. That's a lead. A lead is basically an interested customer. You see the image, you get interested, and then you become from a lead to a final customer, a final consumer. So that's why Pinterest matters. And how do you share on Pinterest? So Pinterest enables users to log in using their Twitter or Facebook profiles. So you don't actually need to create an account. You can just log in directly. That's, again, connectivity that is critical for social media success. And these sites can't get away with being a silo, and Pinterest has recognized that out of the gate. So that means that Pinterest didn't want to become an island where they're not allowing any connectivity with other social media networks. So when members are browsing through pins, you can also share posts through Facebook, Twitter, or email, like I showed you earlier. And this feature is great to boost social sharing and get your evangelists to spread the word about your brand. So if they see a pin that they're interested in, they won't only share it on Pinterest. There's the possibility that they might share it on Twitter and Facebook as well, and perhaps even embed it on their WordPress blog. So that brings us to an end of lesson 1.2. Moving on, in lesson 1.3, we discuss driving traffic and content and marketing strategies. Thank you, and see you in lesson 1.3.